Speaking of trauma, Manny, do you remember our first business when we were little?
Yeah, we were a little cliche ass children and started a fucking lemonade stand business in front of my house in Long Island.
Nice.
But it wasn't
Was it
lemonade. It
a
wasn't
not?
lemonade.
What was it? Oh, it was free advice. Like it was free life advice.
Well,
Ah,
we had a sign that said stop your car. We'll help you solve your problems. And we're just giving life advice. And we're like 7, 8 years old.
dang, I
And we
already had a podcast come at 7, 8 years old.
we we had something on the side of his house that it was closed in. It looked like a clubhouse, and you could sit down and talk to us about your problems for a small fee, and we'll help you solve your problems. So check this shit out, man. After we were working hard for hours trying to get cars to stop, and they wouldn't stop. We hold the sign up. It wouldn't. It's Long Island in the '90s, so there
Yeah.
was like no fucking cars in sight. So every car that came, we're like this. They don't stop. We're like this. Don't stop. So Manny had a neighbor that lived four houses away. Her name was. This is. I shouldn't say her name. I'm gonna cut that part out. Um, he comes and says, I want to talk to you about my problems. And Manny and me were like, oh shit, awesome, dope. Come
Like
sit. Come.
our first customer, yo.
She gives us $2. We got $2 now. Manny has $1, I have $1. She sits down and we're like professional too. We're like, now let us know your problems. What's going on? We're gonna help you. This girl says, and yo, I'm
It's
not
God
lying.
honest truth. God honest fucking truth. The story is real.
This girl says, I was in the car with my mother and my father, and I was in the back seat, and my father shot my mother and then shot himself, and they both died.
Yep. That was her fucking problem.
She just
That
told you 7-year-old that?
we were 7, 8 years old. She was probably 9 or 10,
He was a little
and
older.
Oh,
and
she was like a kid.
We were all
Oh,
kids. Yep.
we were
damn.
we were all kids, and that was our first customer and our first problem to solve. So Lord knows we didn't solve shit. We stood there with her mad quiet, looking at each other like, what the fuck do you say to this?
Yes.
We we just hung out with her. We just
Yeah.
hung
That
out
was
with
the
her.
best way that you solved her problem. Aw.
She was a friend. She became a friend.
Wow.
We kept her money, but
Yeah.
we we were we were friends.
That
My
that
mom,
yeah, that shit was intense, man. Like hearing that shit. I just remember like we were just kind of just there, dude, just speechless. Like we didn't
Hope
know.
she's okay now.